Britain finds itself at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in its history where the decisions we make today will shape the future for generations to come. The economy is faltering and communities are struggling to stay afloat amidst a sea of financial uncertainty and instability. Hope seems to be dwindling, replaced by a growing sense of despair and disillusionment. The dreams of home ownership, a secure future, and reliable public services are slipping out of reach for many, leaving people feeling abandoned and hopeless. Families are grappling with the rising cost of living, unable to keep pace with soaring energy bills and grocery prices, which are stretching household budgets to their limits. Small businesses, the backbone of our economy, are closing their doors under the weight of mounting taxes and regulations, unable to survive in this harsh economic climate. The Reform Party recognizes the very real struggles facing everyday Britons, understanding the challenges that people face on a daily basis. We see the fear in the eyes of young families wondering how they will ever afford a home, a place to call their own in an increasingly unaffordable housing market. We hear the frustration of pensioners who worked hard all their lives, only to see their savings eroded by inflation, leaving them worried about their financial security. We feel the despair of those languishing on NHS waiting lists, their health deteriorating while they wait for crucial treatment, feeling forgotten by a system meant to care for them. This is not the Britain we know, a country that once stood as a beacon of hope and prosperity. This is not the Britain we deserve, a nation that should provide opportunities and support for all its citizens. The Reform Party believes in a brighter future, a future where everyone has the chance to succeed and live a fulfilling life. A future where hard work is rewarded, where families can thrive, and where communities feel supported and valued. We envision a society where people come together to support one another, creating a strong and resilient community. We believe that by addressing the root causes of our current predicament, we can restore Britain to its former glory, a place where everyone can feel proud to call home. The British economy is on shaky ground, teetering on the edge of a significant downturn. Small businesses, the lifeblood of our communities, are being squeezed out of existence, unable to cope with the mounting pressures. They face a perfect storm of soaring energy costs, increased taxes, and burdensome regulations. The result? Closed shops, lost jobs, and hollowed-out high streets that once thrived with activity. Unemployment is on the rise, affecting a wide range of industries and sectors, leaving many families struggling to make ends meet as they grapple with the uncertainty of their financial future. Those fortunate enough to have jobs are finding their wages failing to keep pace with the spiraling cost of living, making it harder to sustain a decent quality of life. The weekly shop has become a source of anxiety for many, with the price of essential goods skyrocketing, putting a strain on household budgets. Heating homes is becoming a luxury many can no longer afford, as energy prices continue to climb. This economic hardship is not a result of chance or bad luck. It is a direct consequence of misguided policies that prioritize global interests over the needs of the British people, leaving the local economy in tatters. The Reform Party believes in putting Britain first, advocating for policies that benefit our nation, in supporting our businesses and workers, ensuring they have the resources and opportunities to thrive, and in creating an economy that works for everyone, fostering inclusivity and fairness, not just the privileged few, but for every citizen striving for a better future. Britain has always been a welcoming nation, open to those seeking a better life. However, uncontrolled mass immigration has placed a significant strain on our public services, infrastructure, and social fabric. Schools and hospitals are overcrowded, struggling to cope with the increased demand. Housing waiting lists grow longer, and competition for jobs intensifies. The influx of new arrivals has also led to cultural tensions in some communities. The sense of shared identity, once a source of strength and unity, is being challenged. Integration has proven difficult, with some communities struggling to adapt to the rapid pace of change. The Reform Party believes in controlled immigration that benefits Britain. We need a system that prioritizes skilled workers who can contribute to our economy and integrate seamlessly into our society. We need to ensure that immigration strengthens our nation, not divides it. Section 4. A roof over our heads, the housing crisis spirals. For many Britons, home ownership is becoming an impossible dream. A distant hope that seems to slip further away with each passing year. House prices have skyrocketed, far outstripping wage growth, making it increasingly difficult for the average person to save enough for a down payment. Young families are trapped in a cycle of renting, unable to save for a deposit while being crippled by soaring rental costs. This vicious cycle leaves them with little hope of ever owning a home. The dream of owning a home, once a cornerstone of British life, is fading into the distance, becoming a relic of the past for many. This crisis is being fueled by a shortage of affordable housing, a problem that has been growing for years without adequate solutions. The construction of new homes has not kept pace with demand, pushing prices ever higher and making the market even more competitive. The government's focus on building expensive luxury apartments caters to investors, not families desperate for a place to call their own. This misalignment of priorities exacerbates the crisis. The Reform Party believes that everyone deserves a safe and affordable place to live, a fundamental right that should be accessible to all. We will prioritise the construction of affordable homes for British families, empower local communities to control development, and tackle the root causes of this crisis. By addressing these issues head-on, we aim to restore hope and stability to countless families across the nation. Section 5. Ailing and overburdened, the NHS in crisis. The NHS is a cherished institution, a symbol of our national compassion. However, it is an institution in crisis. Years of underfunding and mismanagement have left the NHS on its knees. Waiting lists for treatment are at an all-time high, leaving patients in pain and distress. GP appointments are increasingly difficult to secure, forcing people to turn to already overwhelmed A and E departments. The dedicated staff of the NHS are working tirelessly, but they are being let down by a system buckling under the strain. The government's response has been inadequate, offering sticking plasters instead of addressing the fundamental issues. The Reform Party believes in a world-class healthcare system that provides timely and effective care for all. We will increase funding for the NHS, empower frontline staff, and implement innovative solutions to improve patient care.